get the coffee done. Welcome to my channel. I'm Robin Clevett and this is part 3 of my How to Build a Deck series. In this part we are going to be taping the tops of our structure. Now in part 2 I talked about the tapes. I did a little test of the tapes. These tapes have arrived, I've had them especially made, and I'm going to be bringing them to the market because I think there is certainly the need for protecting our structures, because the deck boards that we put down, these composite deck boards, last forever. So in this part I'm going to be taping all of the top of this structure, but before I do that I'm just going to remind you of the deck that I'm going to be putting down on top. It's by a company called Composite Prime. It's a beautiful material. I talked about it in part 2, and in part 4 and final part I will be laying the deck, cutting the deck, talking to you all about how I'm going to do that. But basically before I even get that far, I've done some setting out. I know where I'm going to start, obviously, where I'm going to finish. I have a rod here, and on the rod I have what I've got courses marked. The courses represent the board width plus this amazing clip that they have which holds the deck down to the structure. So the boards I'm using, and the reason I went with Composite Prime, is because they do a 200mm wide board. This is a typical composite board, a typical width, and this is the width I'm going for. What I particularly like about it is there'll be less joins, and on a big area it looks fantastic. Instead of it looking a bit laddery and a bit busy, this is just going to look fantastic, and it's going to distinguish it from typical decks. So I'm going to get on now and get these joists taped. So what Composite Prime recommends is that where you've got a join or two boards meeting, that you have a double timber. Now what I'm going to be doing, this is a slight modification, this is my modification, is I'm going to be attaching two treated, this is all treated by the way, 25mm battens, one either side. That will give me the space I need. I think that's a nicer way of doing it for me. So I'm going to get on and put all of those battens in now, and then we're going to whack the tape on. So this is the last piece of tape that I need to put on, and it's, as I said, this is the first time I've used a tape to protect a deck structure. I know it's used in other parts of the world, indeed in Australia and the United States, and thanks to all the viewers from Australia and the United States. I also like your comments, and hi to you guys. So that's it, it's all tape. Now let me tell you a little bit about the tape. So it is UV stable, it's really sticky, it's got a lovely sticky back to it. I suggest that if you're using this tape, you make sure your joists are clean and they're dry, and you've got rid of any debris that's on them as well. I mean, we have had rain this week, but sawn timber, when the air's around it, these have dried out sufficiently for me to glue this on. It's got a little bit of stretch to it. You can see that. It's got a little bit of stretch to it. In fact, a good bit of stretch to it. So that enables you to sort of take out any undulations or anything like that. So I hope that you have enjoyed watching this part of my How to Build a Deck series. And the next part is coming soon, where I lay the composite prime deck in, and I can't wait to do that. It's something that I really want to get done and share with you.